And we're driving the Volkswagen Passat. This is a two-time comparison test winner. It's kind of like the middle manager's Mercedes, fairly quiet, everything's nice and solid. Design is pretty buttoned down, not too much extravagance, but for many people that's just what they like. The reigning champ is not reigning for me. I think the steering's too heavy, the engine's weak and moany. It's got a great chassis, it's comfortable, big inside, the back seat is huge, but it doesn't talk to me the same way the Accord does.
It's pretty bland. I don't think I could live with that engine. I'd rather live with the Altima than that.
This is the Nissan Altima. It lacks a little bit of the refinement that the Accord has, both in the chassis and in the engine, and particularly in the CVT. I think this one's still a little bit more rubber band-like, but the car tries really hard. I mean, when you're in the corner and you can feel it kind of rotating, you know, overall it's quite a good driver's car for a mid-size sedan.
How about the Altima?
It's definitely got the poverty pack interior. I mean,
It's the cheapest in the group, though. It's got some structural quivers, which is what you get for a lightweight car.
Yeah, yes. It's definitely, the impacts just reverb right through it. I don't love the design of it.
That just sort of looks like a Japanese luxury car.
It has the Infinity kind of presence.
It doesn't feel anything like an Infinity.
No, it doesn't.
The Ford is by far the most extravagantly styled car in this group. It's like the car James Bond would get, were he a real person and actually like a mid-level government functionary, 2 kids. You know, and in this segment it's kind of a standout for that because most of the cars in this group are pretty plain Jane. There's certain trade-offs for the styling. It's got the smallest trunk opening, unquestionably the tightest back seat. Dynamically, it's one of the best chassis in the group. I mean, the steering's really good, the structure is super stiff.
The Fusion feels like the German car in this group.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, it's got the tightest
It
structure.
does. It feels Germanic compared to the rest of the group.
Well, the transmission's working pretty hard to keep things moving.
Yes.
It is.
It's
It's busy.
downshifting, yeah.
It's busy.
It's an awfully big car for a little motor,
Yeah.
for a very little engine.
Yeah, it's not great at full throttle. At part throttle, it's okay. Around town, it's okay. It's just, I mean, when you really stand on it, it doesn't really go very fast. But none of these cars do.
With this car, Honda really proves that they're still masters of harmonization. I mean, everything just works in total symmetry in this car. The steering, the brakes, the suspension, just everything just pulls together to make a really nice driving experience. You feel in total control in this car. The fact that it's smaller is fabulous. I mean, 3 inches shorter, an inch shorter at the wheelbase, yet you don't really give up interior space. I mean, I don't feel crowded in the car. And the engine is totally smooth. I mean, I don't know what they mount the engine on, but it feels like it's sitting on 4 Serta mattresses. The cabin's just really isolated from vibration. Honda is back, I have to say. This car is really an impressive statement.
These are all volume cars. How do you think this moves the bar for the segment?
Well, I think it moves the bar for Honda because it proves that they're not actually tumbling down the bottomless pit, but they've actually figured out who they used to be and are crawling their way back.
They know what makes the Accord work, and they just turn the volume down on this one. The refinement's a little better, the interior's a little better. The Accord definitely has the best sounding engine, though.
It's every bit as good to drive, if not better, than the previous car, but it's smaller, the package is more efficient. It's just a great car.